need to graph a system of linear inequalities, we're going to notice that we have two or more inequalities. What we're going to do is we're going to just graph them one at a time like we normally would and just put them on the same graph. So our first one, to graph this we want to solve for y. So we have x plus y is greater than or equal to a negative 3. So we will subtract x from both sides. So we have y is greater than or equal to a negative x minus 3. Now when we graph this, it is an inequality, so we're going to want to remember what kind of line to pick. This is going to be a solid line because of the less than or equal to. And because its y is greater than the line, it's also we're going to shade above. We could do a test point to double check on that. So when we graph this over here, y-intercept is negative 3, and our slope is that negative x, so negative 1, and we go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and we are going to have, what do we say, a solid line, and this is going to be shaded, oops, let's see, shading above the line. So we're shading all of this up here. So this is what we've been doing so far. We know how to graph an inequality. Well, when you have to do more than one, we're just going to now graph the other one, solve for x. You know, we want to, or I'm sorry, solve for y. Ooh. Add 6x to both sides, so we have a 4y is less than 6x plus 14. And we divide everything by 4 to get the y by itself, so y is less than 6 over 4 will reduce to a 3/2 x, and then the 14 over 4 will reduce to a 7/2. Now 7 divided by 2 I know is 3.5, so that's going to be the y-intercept. So I come up to 3.5, put my y-intercept up there, and I'm going with a slope of 3 over 2, so up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 2, down 3, 1, 2, 3 to the left 2. I'm just backtracking at this point. And before I draw the line, we want to figure out if it's going to be solid or dotted. So the inequality, less than, because it doesn't have the less than or equal to, it is going to be dotted. So here we do a dotted line. And now for our shading, because y is less than the line, we're going to shade below. We also could do our test point just to be sure. So shading below, here I am shading below. And what we're looking for actually is the solution set to the system is going to be whatever we have shaded twice. So if I look over here, my green kind of covered it up, but I can see that all of this in here has been shaded twice. So any point in here is a solution to the system, which means if we plug it in, it will work in both of our inequalities. So when you do these problems, make sure that whatever part is shaded twice, you actually are obviously shading it twice. You know that it's darker, so I can tell which one has been shaded twice when I'm grading.